Coastals, a 10-minute play by William Duell. Time, tomorrow. Setting, takes place in the living room of Mom and Dad's house, the front windows from which Jeff, Dad, and Mom watch the Coastals.
Jeff, how many this time?
How many people in the front yard, or how many people were killed by the hurricane?
Both.
The 12 new ones over there, but the 5 that set up here last week moved on this morning. They walked further up the hill. We're already all the way through the hurricane alphabet, and it's not even August. The last pop-up hurricane is called Adam. It formed last night, and it hit Galveston. Galveston doesn't exist anymore.
Even Galveston's old mansions? I thought they were above sea level.
Yeah, parts of Galveston are 7 feet above sea level, but it was a Category 4, and it hit dead on. There's nothing there.
Wow. How many?
53,000, either dead or displaced.
People are fools, staying in places like that.
Sees something outside. Opens the window.
Hey, excuse me, but could you not use our wrought iron settee as part of your tent?
Sir, please just ignore him. You're welcome to use it.
Slams down the window.
Dad, what are you doing? It's raining outside and they're trying to stay dry.
But in my yard, not theirs. Ugh, look at that guy down there. He just casually walked up behind our sugar maple, squatted down, and now he's defecated. Other people can see him, including, unfortunately, us. These coastals, I swear, it's like they're not human anymore.
So it's their fault. Hey, Mom, could you come in here? Dad's at it again.
Okay, right, here it comes. Dad's a bigot who doesn't like coastals. He won't let them use the guest bathroom because they're filthy and smell like the sewer water they waded out of. Dad is a heartless monster who won't let them rest on the porch to dry off.
Mom enters and glances at them before looking out the window at the coastals.
You know what? Dad at least had the presence of mind not to build a house on the coast. Dad paid attention to what was going on and built a house hundreds of miles from the coast on a hill at an altitude of 400 feet. Dad didn't expect anyone else to tell him what he needed to do to survive. He didn't stay around in a house built at sea level, watching the ocean inch up month by month and just say, duh, water's getting higher. What's that about? Coastals had the same access to news I had. I'm not their keeper.
I bet some of those coastals did pay attention to the news, but they couldn't afford to move inland.
Anyone can move, even the poor. We all should have prepared for it. You should have been grateful. I mean, this house is practically green. Only reason we're not off the grid is we sometimes give energy back to the grid when we don't need it.
We created the carbon footprint to build this house. You know that. And before this house, our carbon footprint was as bad as anybody else who owned 2 cars, 3 iPhones, 4 computers, central air and heat, a commercial washer and dryer, a wood-burning fireplace, and electric everything from pencil sharpener to can opener. Our carbon footprint on this planet helped create this mess. And right now, I'm responsible for what, 40, 45 mouths to feed?
You're not going to feed them anymore. I told you that yesterday.
Remember in the summer, before all this rain, when there was no rain, just heat? Remember we couldn't sit out on the porch? It was so bad. We just said, let's just look at the beautiful yard and sit here in the air conditioning.
So?
Saw that ant appear and scurry around on the walkway and go this way and that way and circle itself and stop and then pop, it exploded.
So?
And then another ant ran around all crazy on the walkway, and it exploded. And another
Dear,
one.
who cares? I don't care about popcorn ants. What I care about is we're getting a reputation as do-gooders among the coastals. They're using social media sites to let one another know where they can get a handout. You keep this up, and we'll have all the great unwashed masses outside our door.
Oh, well, we wouldn't want to get a reputation for being decent people now, would we? Now look, the pantry is stock full of canning. I knew this would happen. When I saw the ants pop, I knew eventually the rain would be as crazy as the heat and people would be streaming through our yard. And I thought about what these folks would be going through and what they might need. We should be letting those the worst off, like that lady in the wheelchair, for heaven's sake, stay in the guest room along with the young people who are taking care of her, instead of just leaving them out in the rain like that. Say what you want. I'm going to let them in.
No, you're not.
The doorbell rings.
I'll go help those people over there with the baby in their tent.
Don't. Really, don't go out there.
Dad opens the door to Officer Clements.
Oh, I can't believe you. You are not. Officer Clements, I'm so sorry you came out here for nothing. My husband is acting like a jerk. My son and I have overruled him, and you are not going to kick these people off.
Officer Clements, ignore my wife and please come in. See, look at that. There they are. That's a whole lot of coastals trespassing, killing the grass and creating a sanitation nightmare on my personal property.
Personal property. These days, I don't know. It seems like a pretty weird concept. Personal property. I mean, who really can own property? And what do you do when you got miles and miles of people whose personal property has sunk under the water or been abandoned and look to the point that it's been bombed?
Well, I didn't realize the police department hired a philosopher. Their personal property is ruined, likely forever. Mine is not. Mine is paid for by me, and I pay taxes so that you can protect my personal property.
Dad, come on. Listen to yourself.
Jeff, butt out. I pay for this house, not you. And you stay out of this too. This is my decision, not yours. You two don't get it. If we don't send a message to these people, we'll be dealing with them the rest of our lives.
No, you don't get it. We are going to have to deal with this for the rest of our lives. There is no turning back, not for us or for them.
Officer, please do your duty.
Dad!
Shut up, I said.
Sir, you want me to go out there and tell these people, that couple with that infant, that elderly woman in the wheelchair, all those people in the rain trying to put pieces of garbage bags over cardboard boxes so they can crawl in and keep dry, you want me to evict them from your property? You really want me to do that?
Honey, you are not this person.
Dad!
Officer, I want them to start telling one another our yard is not a safe haven, and they have to find some other path to wherever it is they're going up the hill. I want my yard again.
Well, you certainly have a pretty yard, and I hope you can enjoy it after you run these people off and get cleaned up again. You can sit out there, look at your pretty green grass, and forget about the fact that all these people, in order to avoid your property, have to trudge over the rocky banks on either side of it. Good day, ma'am. Good day, sir.
Officer Clements exits their house and approaches a wet, haggard man.
I'm sorry, sir, but they don't want you here anymore. You're going to have to leave.
What? I just got here.
You're going to have to leave. I'm sorry.
My wife and I walked 15 miles today, and it's raining. We just want to crawl into our boxes and sleep, please.
I'm sorry. You're not welcome here. You're trespassing.
What? Trespassing? You son of a...
Wet, haggard man pulls out a kitchen knife tied to his belt and stabs him. Officer Clements recoils, backs away, and stumbles toward the house. Wet Haggard Man stabs him in the back and running exits.
Oh, great idea, Dad. Oh, those guys are getting into Officer Clement's car.
Found his gun. I'm gonna go take them some food before this gets out of hand.
Wet Haggard Man holding the gun rushes to the door and starts pounding on it.
Look, people are running towards the door. We need to go. We need to go now.
What?
We need to go. We need to run out of the back of the door and up the hill. We need to leave.
Open up, or I'll shoot my way in.
This is my property.
Oh, it's mob mentality. They're looking for someone to blame, just like you wanted someone to blame.
Dad, let's go. Come on. When things calm down, you can always come back and reclaim your property. Come on.
They're picking up rocks and throwing them at the house. Oh, come on.
Mom grabs Dad by the arm and pulls. After one last glance out the yard and around the living room, Dad runs with her. Jeff, ahead of them, throws open the back door and ushers them through it. Mom and Dad exit.
I guess we're coastals now.
Lights down.